All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Saiki K, Season 1, Episode 2. God damn, that first episode was amazing.
It was a really good episode, yeah.
Wonderful.
And now we have been introduced to like the main 7 or 8 characters.
Yep.
So far, I'm guessing there's going to be plenty more characters over the course of time.
That OP did have quite a few.
Yeah. But the idea that just Saiki Kuso, you are Kusuo. You are
right.
You're in a bit of a rough spot here.
You know, you're doing the best you can, and you know you got a lot to suffer through, but you'll make it through.
You'll make it through this, buddy.
Yeah.
Just
Somehow.
every once in a while, just go to the store and just buy more of your pudding.
Yep, exactly. Maybe teleport somewhere, or just try not to read a particular person's thoughts too much. You know.
Yeah, exactly. But y'all, we really like the previous episode. I'm really excited to see now what kind of pattern they build, because these types of comedy shows generally have specific patterns that they will fall into to make sure that the flow is very consistent and appealing overall. But also with these types of shows, the deep lore that comes about from having the comedy that references itself and becomes this narrative web of mess and all these little references and things. I want all of it. I want all of it. Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Judgment lights up.
What is this show?
This show.
Oh my god!
Just hits all the right spots for me right now. I don't know what it is, but there's so many things that are ridiculous, meta, goofy, over the top, and
Pretty much all the characters we got
for it.
introduced to in the first episode now actually seem normal.
Yeah.
Like, because they are normal.
They are
Let's
normal.
be real. That's just how people are.
Yep. With the power of brainwashing,
Brainwashing
mind control.
And rewriting the human genome. There you go.
Humans have evolved in a very, very short period of time.
Oh my god.
Under 2 decades of time.
This is so much for my brain to handle, as far as like, okay, we now have technical reasons for why every crazy
thing
possible circumstance that you can imagine could happen in this world.
And I love that it was broken down in such a meta way that we had multiple references that broke the fourth wall. We had, if you want to see what it's like for me to always have my X-ray vision on, or like I can't control it, go read The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. Because maybe I can't show all the nudity and the gross internal organ stuff that I would have drawn
This is an anime, so we're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that here.
But then also the potentially the biggest plot hole, out there,
which is something we asked in the previous episode's discussion. Why is he not stand out more? Literally, someone asked that. He's like, I have the answer for you. And the reason why, mind controller.
Yep. And the thing is, here's the thing. I would not be surprised at all if that was actually something that he's just like, I'm not really going to think about it. But then once someone asks the mangaka about it, because it's getting so popular, he's like, well, shit. And then from that point, the entire story changes, where he rewrites it to Saiki rewrote the human genome and affected their minds and everything. And then from there, okay, all this crazy shit is now works, because I said, fuck plot holes. What are those? I'm the creator of this work.
World,
yeah, exactly. I can have whatever I want happen.
Right. This is my world. Fuck you and your dumb narrative criticisms or what have you. Nah. We're having fun here. No rules.
And here we are.
Here we go. Now, there are rules. There are actual hard mechanics. He cannot rewind something back to its original state more than 24 hours of time. And also things that are in proximity to it that were affected by his psychic powers
doesn't
also
have
then
necessarily
go back
the most
24
fine-tuned
hours in
control,
time.
and also his telekinetic powers if he wants to throw a ball or something, because it's kind of infused with his regular physicality.
He has trouble controlling
it. Because,
that makes sense.
Because even 1% of his power kills people, right? So, okay, where's the... Just try and bump it up just a tiny bit.
And I love that we now have another scene that I've clearly seen out of context of the volleyball that like
and one of the other things that I like I think my favorite skit from this episode has to be the one with the mind control and stuff, because of what it means for the show. Like, that's just so ridiculous, right?
It's like Congo. Really just blinded you.
Yeah, like that was an absolute delight. But That one aside, Chio wanting to confess to him and him being like, no, gotta dodge.
That shit. Yeah.
Teleport,
Wax
do all
on,
this
wax
stuff.
off.
Make her think that I'm someone else or actually swap with someone else. You know, like all of these things because he doesn't want to have to deal with the uncomfortable conversation of, yeah, sorry, I don't like you.
Yep,
and in the end, he ends up doing something much, much worse to the point where she's questioning reality and like, you know, and things like that.
Is fate working
Is
against
this fate?
me?
You know,
Yep.
but then, oh no, we wrap up the skit by she moves on actually pretty quickly. And then he's just like, wait, hold on. You know, like,
He's like, hey, that's too quick. You know?
Right, exactly. Which I
do
love
have an ego here. you
yeah,
know?
right. Because this show is an absolute riot, and yet you can totally see where some of it's the like, you know, maybe a bit self-insert ego boost of like, yes, all these girls like him, but he like, you know, avoids them because he doesn't want to deal with that. Right, exactly. But then it's the no, but he's still a high schooler, and so yes, this absolutely goes to his head. Yep.
I think my favorite part was the bit at the very beginning where he's just like, yes. Oh no, this wasn't the beginning. She's gonna
Bump
follow the
into him
papers and stuff like that, and they go so hard in the animation of everything, like
all the
reverting
papers
and
just
stuff.
Go back into her
and
arms.
just her face, like
Right. Just okay. You know. Yep. All right.
It's terrifying.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay. Also, Hiro. This is me in an anime. I'm sorry. All of his weaknesses, all of his things that make him annoying and, you know, a bit ridiculous.
I love that his
That's
butt is
actually
constantly
just me.
getting like revealed because he'll face plant and his shorts will get dragged down. Like, yes, and then eventually they're just like, who was that? Oh, it's Hiro's butt. There we go.
Yep. Yeah. Genki, overzealous, positive to an almost toxic level, and
Right.
then like loves sports, but then will absolutely flip out if he sees people not taking it seriously.
Yep.
Like that. Yep. That
And meanwhile,
sounds exactly
Saiki
like me.
is just trying to manage people's expectations.
Yes, the
is-
favorability rating
man,
thing
that was great.
Was so cool. I
Like-
honestly feel like there's an aspect of this that is the creator basically being like, they've over the course of their life had just points where they've overanalyzed their environment too much. So they've come up with these kinds of things as like, oh yeah,
Sure.
that's a thing. And I'm like, yeah, I actually totally think that's a thing.
Yeah, the people that want to say blend in at school, they don't want to excel too hard because then people will either pick on them from being dumb or from being like the nerd or, you know, whatever.
Right, so they actively seek out to be in the middle ground area where they can just kind of go
Because
about
it's scary
their
out on
life.
the edge. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one wants to be separate from the herd. And
Right.
and there's some deep stuff that I think that they could get into this here. The idea that Saiki is so ridiculously intelligent that he is actively utilizing his brain at this level, also because his biology now supports it. But the idea that like that's not even an abnormal thing anymore. He actively made the environment conform to him, which is the most
Right. It's
like,
almost one of the
oh my god, like
okay, so it's almost one of those things where in this comedy that's super like, you know, short form and everything.
right.
I almost want to say, I call foul because now why did the teacher quit the school when the person, you know, did the thing with the rock, paper, scissors?
He hadn't used his brainwashing yet.
No, exactly. No, right, exactly. But the idea that in this zany comedy, you could get into points where it's like, oh, hold on, but is the continuity of the show being changed? Yes, it actually is.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
In universe.
Right.
Now,
It actually
now,
is. Yeah.
will this maybe make it easier for him to use his psychic powers without people finding out because a lot of
Right.
crazy shit happens? Possibly.
Possibly.
And who knows? That could have even been an editor thing of like, hey, but people wanted to see him use his psychic powers, so he does have to use them like
Eventually.
right? What if
Right.
we just made it easier for him? Okay.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, there we go. He like the fact that it's just like, oh yeah, he did that not just on the people around him, but on the whole planet.
Yep.
Just this human species.
Yeah, and to be fair, he comes up with these kinds of things little bit by little bit over time. And given that this happened over the course of his life as he's, you know, like 15 or 16 years old or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's something that would have affected things culturally slowly over time. But I love my favorite one is just the hair thing.
Right.
Because we have our Chuni boy that was introduced in the previous
Yeah.
episode.
How do Chuni even exist in this world
and
anymore?
now it's like, yeah, exactly. he's just a normal kid now.
Yeah.
He's just play acting with his imagination on something that he sees rather regularly.
Yep.
And he's more just upset that none of that's happened to him yet.
Yeah, exactly. And then like also the whole thing of introducing limitations on his powers after we see him doing all this ridiculous stuff.
Right.
You know, that's so over the top, so overpowered. But then it's like, oh, but hold on. If his personality is such that he probably wouldn't actually hold himself back in a lot of situations if he could make people just leave him alone.
Right.
You know? So there are limitations, right? He can rewind time, but it's in an area of effect and things like that. You know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then his parents are still just hounding him of like, can you do this thing? Oh wait, we want it different. Can you do this thing? All right, we'll take a break in, you know, for
I love
a little
that
bit.
also in this show, every once in a while you can tell they're just throwing shit in there to like surprise you. And every once in a while it's like a reference or it's just something really goofy or
Sure.
like, wait, what is going on? And I want that to continue because if things are going to be this fast paced and they're basically admitting that no, this is the reason why everything is this fast paced as well is because that's the way just things are now. That's normal.
Right. Yeah, people can actually just think crazy fast in their head when something important's happening. They can't have those internal monologues, damn it. Yep.
I want to meet more characters who become maybe slightly aware of what's going on, but they're also like involved.
Right. Well, like one of them.
They're not like normal people looking and being like, this is all weird, but they're more like, this power that I have feels really good. I don't feel like when I was a kid, this was a thing. So like, what's going on? You know,
no, yeah. When I was a kid, it was exactly the same way.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. And we saw one person in the OP that looks like they have psychic powers. That could just be because they think that, or it could be because, you know, Saiki gets into a situation where he's like, damn it, people have seen my psychic powers. I'm just gonna make it so that that's normal.
Right.
All right, cool.
And then if that's the case, then what level of mini creators do all the other characters have access to? Meaning that does our Chuni buddy Shun Kaido potentially already have created the Dark Reunion super secret world cult organization? They probably are real.
I am so excited for the lore of this ridiculous show because if this is how much the mythos has changed in universe in just 2 episodes.
Imagine what happens in 50.
Yeah, what's it going to be in season 2? What? Like, we'll actually be going to space to deal with cosmic threats or something.
Or
just school will be in space.
Humans will basically get bored with all this stuff and just start creating,
they'll get bored and then he'll wipe away the memories again, and then we'll be in a Haruhi Suzumiya situation where he even wipes his own memory to forget that he is the psychic potential god of the universe.
Of Haruhi Suzumiya thing in this show. No, I think they can spin the wheels of this to
just rewriting the world to be more interesting. You know?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, it's just good fun. It's good fun. The Chio bit, the Hayuro bit, the parents. I'm still not getting over the rewriting things with brainwashing and then Hatakayama Sensei being like, Kongo.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Just stopping the punch when it's like this is the tropical magnum galactic, punch.
Flavored punch, yeah.
Right. And then he just stops it, chops him, and like, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All this. And then pepper this stuff throughout the episodes in ways that you don't draw immediate attention to us so that we get rewarded for looking really in depth into that kind of stuff. I want that.
That's right.
But yeah, that's the episode and that's this show now, I guess. Hey, let's go all the way. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and any level support. Thank you access to our Discord. And all that. Check it out. And we'll see you in the next one. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And goodbye.